Alright, Shalom, Makim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the past and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect. This teaches word on true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to tell you a lesson on the edge of your seat. And this is where we at, in this time. Prophecy is about to reach its climax. Everything is about to be summed up and made clear and obvious what the Lord was talking about. And the events that's taking place upon the planet Earth let us know that there is about to be a change. And this pretty much this is not the dull part of the movie. We enter into the climax of the movie, man. And it's based off what the scriptures say and the events that's taking place throughout the planet Earth lets us know that we enter into the climax. So let's start off with this in the book of St. Luke 21, verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, see, and it's concerning, all the things the Lord has told us to look for before his return. Pretty much the steps that lead to all hell breaking loose. From the aspect of the famine coming to the money crashing, the beasts of the field, all these things is happening simultaneously lets us know that the return of our Lord is nigh. So when these things begin to come to pass concerning prophecy, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. See, so even though we look up into the heavens, but it means to be of good cheer, because these things are actually taking place, man. That's the Lord satisfying us when we hear, you come across an article concerning concentration camps, detention camps, or so many people walked away from their job because of that jab. Just the word mandate. This is what's having us to keep our heads up. Why? Because our redemption draweth nigh, meaning Yahushua is on his way back, man. It says, so that lets you know we're going to be on the edge of our seat in this time. Everything now is being ramped up. You had Kamala, was pretty much had power of the presidents for about an hour some change. This lunar eclipse, blood moon just took place. We at the doors. Matter of fact, continue on. It says, and he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. So the Lord gave a tangible, thing to compare the times that we're in, the season that we're in, as the fig tree shooting forth, bringing forth and bud, showing itself. That summer is at hand. It says, so likewise when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand. See. So why wouldn't you be on the edge of your seats? This is a day-to-day, hour-for-hour thing, man. And at any time, all hell can break loose. The money can crash suddenly. Suddenly martial law will be declared. Or just this, that was on the kind of on the fly. Biden giving the power over to Kamala for that temporary time. Nobody wasn't expecting that. There's some that sort of, but it's only going to get worse. Things are only going to intensify. So that's why we on the edge of our season. Let's get this in the book of 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter. 2 Ezra 9. Verse 1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. See? We measuring the times according to what the scriptures say, diligently. Well, you got a precept, man, and then you got a precept to back that up and a precept to back that up. Because it proves, what the scripture's saying, that it was ultimately was meant to take place in this lifetime. Even those events that took place back then, concerning what happened in Egypt, what happened in Babylon, those stories that actually was recorded and written. A lot of those things was a testimony for it to play out in this profession, in this lifetime. Even though those things actually took place, but it was gonna play out in its perfection in this lifetime, in this time period right here, man. This when everything's gonna make sense. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, see, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And what world is that? That's the world of Esau. That's who the Lord is going to visit. Esau, man. And everybody that's joined the 20, that's why the scripture say, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That's not talking about the planet Earth. That's talking about everyone that's subscribed to this system. But this is where Yahweh Hashem, this is the time where the Lord is going to visit this man. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Jeremiah. That's why you see all these things taking place. All of these are signs, symptoms of a fallen empire. Everything that's taking place throughout the planet Earth. This is the book of Jeremiah 49, verse 8. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the land. See? And it says, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him. See? The time that I will visit him. And this is that time that the Lord is going to visit this man. Cain. Because it was a commandment, don't even touch this nigga, or you're going to be judged sevenfold. Because ultimately it was going to be how about Shmuel Shai to put his hands on him, man. It's ultimately the Lord that was going to put his hands on him. But this is the time where the Lord is going to visit the world of Edom. It said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. See? So you have earthquakes, literal earthquakes, and also earth-shaking events to shake things up, to stir things up. And it said also, and uproars of the people in the world. See? And it only makes sense today. Right now, what's going on concerning the jab, the crown, the word mandate and mandatory or required is being thrown around more and more. Protests and riots. It makes the most sense right now, just because there are uproars happening throughout the world. Resisting, that thing. And the agenda of this devil, man. This is what's taking place. It says, then shalt thou well understand. Yeah, that means you locked in. Like you get locked in the movie, you figuring out who the bad guy is. You know what I mean? The good guys hawking them down. You locked in. You well understand. You know what's going on. You know what's taking place. So you locked in. It said, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that are before thee, even from the beginning. See? For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So we know we at the end of an empire. So-called white man, his reign of terror. You know? And we are in the same times, man. Like I said, we on the edge of our seats. Because suddenly, any day now, these things are going to happen. Which we already, they said, already, everything is in play for a famine to be fully blossomed. Everything is already in play for the money to crash. You know, everything is already here, man. It's just the Lord, when the Lord gives the green light, it's going to fully blossom. You know? So, matter of fact, let's get this in the, it's that Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. See? It says, for yourselves know perfectly, see, that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So, we know that we in that season, man. We don't know the exact day, but we know we in that season. That's why I said you know perfectly. Why? Because of these things that's taking place throughout the planet Earth. The Lord gave us, a gauge to go by to show us the time that we're in. What Apostle Paul said, ye know perfectly that the day of the Lord will come up as a thief in the night. And the Lord gonna creep up on these people, man. We the only ones that's on the edge of our seat, waiting on the next scene, anticipating, the next scene to arrive. While these other people is sleep. That's why it tells you that they're gonna be like fishes caught in a snare, or a bird taken in a net. When they're gonna be, when they wake up, that's when they're gonna be entangled. Then when they realize shit is happening, they're gonna be entangled. Then, man, that's when it's too late. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. See, I travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. See, so that's what's gonna ultimately take place with these people, man. They have been put to sleep, and ultimately, suddenly, destruction is gonna come. And they said they're not gonna escape because there's not gonna be no outlet for the time to come. Carnal, the only outlet is having this word. It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. Yeah, see, because it's going to be an overwhelming presence of judgment that's about to settle upon the planet Earth. An overwhelming judgment, Like I said, as in the days of Noah, the flood, it's going to be a flood of plagues, all the way to the ultimate plague, which is those missiles, man. It says, ye are all children of the light and the children of day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. See, we locked in, and being sober meaning not going into other philosophies. Like now you looking into the flat earth. You going more in depth information to concern the flat earth. No, man. Being sober is continuing in this doctrine. That's why it tells you in Timothy, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, and continue in it, man. Because ultimately the results of doing that is you will be able to save your souls, man. But the scripture said, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So we got locked in, man. As I said, and every day it's something. There's an article on something, or an interview, a news clip, something pertaining to prophecy and the climax of this thing, whether it's concerning war, the financial system, food shortages, protests and riots and all this shit, man. More wickedness is being pushed, more draconian laws. These things are what's taking place, man. Then, that one day, Martial law is declared. That is going to be it's a certain day the Lord is going to actually get a green light for that to take place. It's going to be a that certain day, that day that martial law is actually going to take place. The money crash, you know. But that's for the ones who have eyes to see. Everybody else is going to be taken suddenly. You know what I mean? So, but I hope to edify Akim. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach word in our true faith and sincerity. DTA, a Bible bow. Soon, very soon.